And down this Oya all in a whirlwind's Tuesday, going straight into some new beginnings on the 911. Let's talk about it. Attention, star seeds. Attention, light workers. Attention, root workers. Attention, conjure doctors. Attention, nature-based faith practitioners. Attention, spiritualists. Attention, diviners. Attention, prophets. Attention, the spiritually eclectic. Attention for those seeking the road less traveled. This is time-sensitive cosmic information, so you might want to catch this. This is time-sensitive cosmic information that you can use in your prayers, manifestations, and other spirit works. Beam up now via this video or the audio link in this video's description box to get this on the fly esoteric wisdom. Beaming up now. Ashe emojibatu Olodumare Bobo Egungun Ara Orun Bobo Orisha for another day to bask in the goodness of Onile's sacred earth. Every day given is very special, and here are a few details, cosmic details, pertaining to how. I'm iiiYansaje to you, Muse, and this is your early rising or your evening settling mystic forecast. Ekule if you're catching this in the evening time. Ekaro if you're catching this in the early morning's rise. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, bringing you the music, the mystics, and the mojo on 222.9, the Mothership, internet radio for the road less traveled. And we are winding down your Tuesday, September 10th, 2024, and it is vibing on a 999. You got the 9th month, 9 number 1, your daily numerology, 9 number 2, and the moon waxing tonight in Zodiac House 9 number 3. So, everyone in Orisha tradition knows that Oya is Ogun's wife, and Tuesday is the day that Ogun energy rules. Breaking that down into something you can use, just a reminder that Ogun has already blessed you with all the tools in your hand that you need to manifest your next road or next brick on the road to your highest destiny. So you already have what you need in your hand. All you got to do is use it. It is your 12th Tuesday of summer solstice, 3rd of Virgo season, and that was music from the Stylistics with Children of the Night. That song makes me think about chosen ones, but we'll get more into song analysis later. With the moon waxing tonight in Sagittarius, you got Ochosi energy with the archer, the arrow, and he kicks it with Ogun real tough. So I'm getting some aim your arrows high energy. And here on the Mothership, we've been jamming to the divine masculine, fathers of song, all day long. But when the clock strikes 12 and Ogun passes that time clock to Oya, so this is a triple Oya play here, and we get into the week's climax, Oya's ruling day of the week, or Joriru, or day of confusion. And we got a new beginning on a very iconic date, 9/11. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is your 9 p.m. or 6 a.m. Mystic Forecast on radio for the road less traveled, 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up. Did you enjoy the work and greenery wisdom of the Peridot poetess? Well, I hope you did, because now it's time to take to the skies on my Wednesdaily blog, the Malbec Planetarium. That's www.poeticallymuse.org/Malbec Planetarium. That's POETICALLYMUSED.org/MALBEC PLANETARIUM. Bet you won't join me there tomorrow to learn a few secrets of the quasars. Ashe. And we're back. So, in case you are just now joining us, I'm iiiYansaje Muse bringing you your 9 p.m. or 6 a.m. Mystic Forecast. And now we are talking about Wednesday, 9/11, an iconic date. For darker reasons for many, and my heart still goes out to people who lost their family members and lost loved ones and friends in the Twin Tower bombing, so we must never, ever, ever forget. And 9/11 is also a really significant date for me because that was a day back in 2010 that I actually survived a flip over car accident. Well, Ogun had me in his hand, I tell you. But I almost said November. September 11th, 2024, day vibrates on a 1. This is a 9/11 of new beginnings. And the energy spiritually that I'm getting from this is kind of like a 911 call from the spirit world where something may suddenly change, shift. But I'm feeling all of this is for good reasons. Because when Oya transforms, tears up, changes, and transforms things, it's always for the better. A common misconception of Oya energy is that she just destroys things for the hell of it. And that's not the case. Oya only destroys what needs to be destroyed to create space for something better. Kind of, if you will, how the Most High tends to rip things out of our hands that aren't good for us, no matter how bad we may want to hold on to them. That is Oya energy in action. So if any structures in your life fall, and you know you haven't put any bad karma out there to deserve it, let that structure fall because it means something better is coming. It's the 12th Wednesday of summer solstice and the third one of Virgo season. And like last night, the moon is still waxing in zodiac house 9, Sagittarius. So aim higher because the heavens are listening. And new beginnings can be very small or very large. But whatever needs to start afresh, let it be so. Okay, so we are still cruising through the last couple of days of Virgo season's second decade. Summer solstice is slowly winding down to an end. The winds are getting cooler, the rains are getting cooler, and we are getting ready to go into the season of the ancestors, autumn equinox, also the season of the witches. So when you see us getting real, real spiritual and real out there with it, just let us have our season, okay? Because autumn equinox is a season for ancestors. And when I say witches, let me say light workers, practitioners, people who work in spiritual realms, not just witches, because we got a lot to sort out with that word, but that's for another day's broadcast. Anyway, in the Kemetic way of the stars, we are in the season of Mut. In the 12 figures of African spirituality, we are still in the season of the distance and the traveler until October 3rd. And if you were born on September 11th, then happy solar return. May the ancestors, Olodumare, Orishas, and all saints of your respective faith bless you with many, many more, filled with Bobo Ire. And Bobo Ire just means many blessings. Bobo Ife means all the love. So send all that out to you on your solar return. But still gonna do just a wee tad of zodiac dry snitching. So if you were born on September 11th, you are conscientious. You are ambitious. You are thorough. And you are capable in your work, as well as a good planner. And you are competent in executing your plans. You have a keen mind. You have good judgment. You are sincere and you are honest. You will be a loving mate and phenomenal parent. Can we hang? Okay, cool. Liking you if you live in any right. All right, other 11 zodiac houses. Haterade is not alkaline. So Make sure you are showing all the Virgos in your life some love, love, love as they turn up in their season. Because you know good and darn well that when your zodiac season rolls around, you're going to want the world to turn up with you. And you should. So, do yourself a blessing, child, and sow yourself that good seed of karma ahead of time and show people around you love in their season. And then, when you help all your friends and all the other 11 zodiac houses turn up in their season, you turn up in yours, and you end up turning up through all 12 houses. And that makes everyday life a happy celebration in ever changing reasons. I am loving it. Ashe. And while you're at it, learn some about that Virgo energy in you. That's right, break out your natal charts. Study house 6, study your placements of Virgo and your placements of Mercury. And if you need some help understanding that, well, the Mothership has its own spiritual mentorship and guidance hotline where you can dial 314-200-0368 to discuss whatever you need to discuss to bring clarity to your spiritual road. I'm going to take a quick break, and when I come back, we're going to talk about all the planets that have busted the moonwalk on the retrograde dance floor. I am iiYansa Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled, 222.9. Wednesdays, Mercury, Uranus, purples, Iba Oya, Iba Nanaburu, maroons, exotic voices of the mothers. Welcome to Wednesdays on the Mothership, 222.9. Beam up. And we're back. So, in case you're just now joining us, I'm iiYansaje Muse, bringing you your 9 p.m. or 6 a.m. Mystic Forecast. So, let's talk about all these planets that are busting the moonwalk on us. Let me adjust my weight in my seat, get comfortable. All right. So, we currently have 5 planets busting the moonwalk on us in the retrograde dance floor. And if we know how to work with these energies, each and every retrograde can and will work in your divine favor. Starting with Pluto, that went in a retrograde on May 2nd in Aquarius, the house of spiritual rebellion, coming out on October 12th in Capricorn. All right, so here's what we got going on there. This is the time to slow things down and carve out the details, especially in the areas of business, creative projects, and inner self work. Why? Because when it comes to spirituality, what's small is large, and what's large is small. And it's always the little things that make all the big differences. So if you feel kind of clogged up or slowed down or not moving as fast as you want to, that's the universe putting you in cruise control so you can carve out the important details. Trust and believe there will be a time to hit the gas. Okay. Second out is, Pluto retrograde will affect Scorpios more than the other 11 houses. All right. With second, we got Saturn in retrograde, which affects Capricorns and Aquariuses more than the other 11 houses. Going into retrograde in Pisces on June 29th. We'll be coming out of that retrograde on November 15th. And this is the retrograde that pulls out a lot of karma, drops a lot of packages on doors, especially to people that have been living on the wrong side of the crossroad. And when this happens, it's a time to grow. Allow your ego to learn the lessons it needs to learn and be put to work for higher spiritual purposes. Why not? When you do that, you can't lose. Also, with Saturn in retrograde, you really want to check your inner priorities and make sure that your spiritual priorities are being made more of a priority than your earthly priorities. And that's how you really get grounded. Ashe. Okay, so we got Neptune in retrograde, and she done busted the moonwalk in her own house on July 2nd in Pisces, coming out on December 7th in Pisces. So, needless to say, if you are a Pisces, invoke the patience of Obatala. This one's going to hit you harder than the other 11 houses, and this one is going to bring your spirituality more to the surface. Okay, and the reason it does that, brings it more to the surface, is because in order to ascend to the 5D, you gotta master the art of putting your action behind your intuition. Because your intuition is your built in God given alarm system. I mean, if you would not ignore an alarm that goes off in your house or in your car, don't ignore one that goes off in your spirit. Okay? And this is going to intensify your dreams and put you in spirituality situations that test you between your flesh and your divine self. Choose wisely. All right, we got Chiron in retrograde that hits all zodiac houses, and this comet turned planet went into retrograde in July 26th in Aries, coming out on December 29th. And this is the planet that makes all of us face our deepest, innermost wounds, the ones we spend our entire lives building on, the pain that we turn into purpose when we use it to help others heal, that kind of thing. So if you feel those past memories revisiting you for whatever reason, allow yourself to assess them, process them, put them to good use, because they're going to come up, just to see where you stand with them, where you're growing from them, or if these deep inner wounds are still a detriment to your life. And no matter what you discover inside, allow yourself to be exactly where you are so that you can genuinely, authentically grow. Ashe. Last but not least, we got Uranus in retrograde that went in on September 1st, and we won't be coming out of Uranus retrograde until January 25th of 2025. But the good news is this retrograde is in Taurus, and that is the land the bag and land the love season. So you're going to experience some shakeups, some unpredictabilities, some expecting the unexpected. But if you've been on the right side of the crossroad, all of these things are going to be in good favor. And this is going to affect Aquarius is more than the other 11 houses, you lucky dogs. Anyway, allow this retrograde to compel you to step out on faith like never before. So there's my retrograde report. I'm going to take another quick break. And when I come back, we are going to get to your Wednesdayly Collective for the Star Seeds. I'm iiiYansaje Muse, and this is radio for the road less traveled, 222.9. Beam up. I painted this one all kinds of colors for you. Listen. So I slipped, fell down this rabbit hole. This rabbit was black, somewhere in the valley of my own thighs, the gate to my soul. The wisdom inside took a stroll on a stride, no watch, no time, just I and the ride. Side saddle, horseback, reverse cowgirl style. My stallion is black, I'm back for all I was robbed of, so put it in a sack, grinner from ear to ear like a purple Cheshire cat, so I slipped. Fell down the rabbit hole, this rabbit was black. Somewhere in the valley of my own thighs I dug up roots so deeply concealed, ancestral truths, and all they reveal. All I need to survive, the electric to thrive, the magic of bloodlines, the black honey from my hive taste so sweet. I keep the beat on my headphones to block out the jive, it's all inside. I slipped. down my own rabbit hole. A tale to be told of diamonds and the hearts. I'm the queen. Flipping tarot cards, soldiers. They talking. When folks ask me what I see, I'm free. I hit a curve in the whirlwind where my hips spin. Seeing love gagged and bound as all but a fairy tale. The putrid smell of cigarette butts keep you stuck in bad thinking. Tobacco sticks attached to karmic dick burns short like dynamite wicks and pending implosion. I sweat black oil, I don't need lotion. I keep it moving in a spiral motion. This rabbit hole of my own potion eases my stressed nerves. In dreams I travel like birds. I spin round my own world on the axis of my curves and affirmations off the verbs of my tongue. I speak, Mad Hatters run. SU has all the fun with the Tweedledees and Dums and even the ones with dashikis and drums. Too much free makes you dumb, so I'm reloaded. There's more on my tongue. Alligator peppered, spicily suggestion. The fleshing of the details my Cosmo cocktails find refreshing. Expression, my kryptonite. Truth, my colors. Words are my fix as airwaves are my HOV lanes. I put it in the mix. Others' intentions become my bag of tricks. Free to form prophecy and let them drip from my lips or expressions of divine rage. I lick my finger, turn the page. I let it burn cause I'm a sage. Low vibrations disengage. I'll taste my genius. Some call it crazed. I'm amazed. How the sun is shaded in amber while the sky is dipped in black. I drip in the last of mango flavored fucks about the deserters that desire to come back. I go dry on opinions, get sticky for the facts. Tasty like paradise on parrot's ice on the last time I was alone on my back. Shit. I'm within. I can't run. I can't hide. Down, down, down this rabbit hole. I'm a Bonnie with no Clyde. I slipped where nothing slides. I'm an oracle, a circle with no sides. I'm a mountain lion, so there's no pride. I'm aging backwards cause Father Time must like me, but why? Cause I slipped down this rabbit hole between my thighs to discover all in which I'm divinely assigned. An iiiYansaje Muse abstract poem. Ashe. And we're back. So if you are seeing or hearing this part of tonight's forecast, you are tapped into divine algorithm, and this is your message. This is a divine collective message for the star seeds, and we got the star glyph 8 Lamont that represents, it's funny, the rabbit, and I just did a poem called Rabbit Hole. Okay. And this is all about combining everything you are to move forward into your future. This is for the star seeds. Release all that self-doubt and all those compartments of yourself and pull them all in together so that they can all find their proper balance. You are a way shower, and in order for you to show others the way, you have to unlearn the ways that the world has been following. But lucky for you, you've got this thing in you where you've always marched to the beat of your own drum. And now it comes a time to do it more unapologetically. Because with the 4 points of this diamond and the 4 beacons of light in the corners and the number of this card being 8, you are opening up infinite possibilities from within. But you have to allow that to happen and be patient with yourself in the process, because there's a lot to constantly unlearn in life as a starseed. and you're finding your rhythm in it. And that's kind of what the Mothership is all about, finding your cosmic groove. And as you can see, the rhythm is the 3 card, and the 3 card represents balanced trinities and polarities and crossroads in the ways of the Orisha tradition. Lamont's colors, blue and gold, represent Ochosi or aiming arrows high like tonight's moon. And the rhythm card is about releasing your stoicism. Because sometimes we get into those pockets of spirituality where we become damn near like monks, and that's not balanced either. Life is for the living. So live in your high vibe self and find your natural rhythm and all that you are. Now, with the number card measure showing up inverted, it pays not to be so calculated right now because everything's not going to make sense, at least not for a while, because you jump timelines. So you gotta get used to your own skin again. But when you remember what you signed up for when you came down to earth, this is what you asked for, with the adventurous quest popping up at the bottom. So, with you wanting to go into these new portals of greatness, you have to leave the portals to the 3D world well and far behind, mentally, physically, and spiritually. But the good news is you're doing a lot better than you're giving yourself credit for, with the Sib Starglyph showing up right under the Adventurer's Quest from the bottom of the deck. And this is another blue and gold card. So Ochosi is the fast tracker, and this tells me that if you are seeing this message, then spiritually you are changing pretty fast. And this is 16, and that's destiny, Ifa, in the Orisha tradition, and listening to your inner voice. This is your magic conductor right here in the middle of it all. So you are being called to pull everything you always was, past, present, and future, was, is, and are becoming, pull it all together and put it to work for your adventurous quest. Have more fun with it by not being too measured. And in not being too measured, you master your own divine rhythm. And then, when you master your own divine rhythm to a certain way, then you become qualified to show that rhythm and teach that rhythm to others, and thus being a harbinger of light and a shower of the way. That's my general message. If you would like personal spiritual mentorship and guidance, then please call 314-200-0368, or you can treat yourself to that lovely Oya care package that I put in this video's description box so that you can book a live video read or a pre-recorded read with a 24-hour turnaround. I'm iiIyansaje Muse, the Black Madonna of the airwaves, and this is radio for the road less traveled. 222.9. Beam up. Don't make me land a tornado where I could have been a cool breeze. Oh yeah. The Uranus collection, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutiq. All proceeds go to 222.9, the Mothership Internet Radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Thank you for joining me for this forecast. I certainly hope you gain some things that will help you have a divine Wednesday. And may Oya always blow positive winds of change upon you and yours. If you're listening at the 9 o'clock hour, then stay tuned for my Tuesday nightly vision of what love looks like, brought to you by the Divine Fathers of Song. If you are listening to this at the 6 a.m., then stay tuned for the rising Bimbe to Oya before we get to the exotic mothers of R&B old school song all day long. And remember, the sky is big enough for us all to be stars, so shine and do the most. And in the words of George Clinton, free your mind and your ass will follow. And this is 222.9 The Mothership, Internet Radio for the road less traveled. Beam up. Don't make me land a tornado where I could have been a cool breeze. Oya. The Uranus collection, brought to you by the Mothership Mystic Boutique. All proceeds go to 222.9. Every day is special. Why not find out mystically how? This is the forecast on your mystic music haven on the airwaves. 222.9, the Mothership. Beam up.